special share. Arnold has made a career out of redefining the action film with each movie that he makes. So how did he outdo himself with his latest film, The Sixth Day? Easy. He just gave the fans exactly what they want to see when they go to one of his movies, and then he doubled it. Take a look.
We have a little situation. Can you come with us, please?
What the hell is going on here?
Just cooperate, and everything will be fine.
Fine. There's someone in my house eating my birthday cake with my family, and it's not me.
We know. There's been a sixth-day violation. A human was cloned. That human was you.
He was cloned. And I don't know which Arnold Schwarzenegger we have now. Please welcome him, and we'll see whether it's Arnold or Arnold. Arnold, before we talk about your being cloned, and I'm so glad to see you because we just did an interview recently, you and I. And
exactly.
I never get too much of you.
Huge ratings. I tell you, every time I do a show with you, I get huge ratings because everyone wants to see you.
Oh, sure.
It is a hot lady, I'm telling you.
Listen, earlier this week we were talking about perks in Hollywood and how, you know, you get more than you get anywhere else. And there was a listing of particular perks, and it said that you have your own gym and your own trainer whenever you make a film?
Next to his...
Next to your trailer?
Well, I would say my own trailer. Yeah, it's a 40-foot trailer. It has all the weight equipment, the life cycles, and the free weights and machines and Cybex and all those machines in there. But I don't have a trainer because that I know how to do. I know how to work out. I can imagine some low forehead standing there and saying, okay, Arnold, the curl you do this way. Okay, exhale now. And now lower the weight slowly. Okay, good. Just chest out there. I say, get out of here. That's what I mean.
How much time do you spend working out, though?
Well, an hour a day. You know, it's very important. It's one of the perks that are very important because the studio always says we want to make sure you stay in shape. You want it to look hard, you want it to be tough, and do your fight scenes the way you did it 20 years ago and all this. And I said, well, for that I need a gym trailer because otherwise I can't stay in shape. Because right now, we were filming in the jungle of Mexico.
Yeah, that's why you got the beard.
Exactly, it's for the movie Collateral Damage I'm doing right now. So we were down there 7 weeks. There was no gym anywhere. So I have to have the gym trailer next to me there so I can work out every day, do the cardiovascular training and the weight training.
That's your image. It's not like you're Woody Allen. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's right, yeah. But he's probably working out, too.
He is.
This is his tricep.
Yeah, he looks just like him.
Yeah, right. Before we get to the cloning business, and without talking about candidates and presidents, I just want to know what it is like, what it's like for you these last couple of weeks when you and Maria are diametrically opposed in who you are or were for.
Well, it's one of those odd things, you know. Whenever Gore was ahead with the polls, Maria was the nicest woman in the house. Oh, honey, darling, don't worry about it. Maybe the next 4 years something better will happen. And you're so wonderful, Arnold, and you're the greatest. As soon as Bush moved ahead in the polls, she started locking the bedroom door. And it's like, I say, what's going on here? It's like wild.
Regardless of how you feel, your life might be better if Gore ends up winning, you know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something. It's tough. Things are tough. You know, the other day I said to Marie, hey, let's make love. And she says, okay, cover me up when you're through. But anyway, I can get no respect at all. Yeah, I feel sorry for myself.
I think I will change the subject.
He's your man.
Okay, so there's this new movie.
Yes.
It's enough I have to put up with them. I got to put up with them.
I know.
There is the new movie, The Sixth Day. And as you know, God created the world, and on the sixth day he created man. Okay, so in this film, you are cloned, and you told me that you really want to be cloned. You're not kidding.
Well, what is interesting about it is that in the film, I play a guy that is kind of like backwards with his ideas. You know, he doesn't believe in electric razors. He shaves, the old-fashioned way, square, cuts himself all the time. when he hears about his dog maybe should be cloned, he's appalled by that. He said, you know, he doesn't want to have some freak of science sleeping in his daughter's bed and all this. So he's totally against anything that's a new idea. And in reality, I'm totally the opposite, because I like new ideas. And I like, actually, the more studying I did about cloning, the more I like the idea of cloning and, you know, how much it can contribute to society, but also at the same time of how bad it can be if it goes into the wrong hands. Like in the movie, obviously someone has taken control over the whole idea of cloning and is doing it illegally and without any control. But in real life, I think if we have control over this whole thing, it could be very beneficial. And then, of course, you said, would you clone yourself? And I said, of course I would. I mean, wouldn't it be great to have 4 Arnolds? I mean, it's like, you know, I mean, one could stay home with my wife because she does need 24 hours attention. And with the kids and all that. The other one could be in the jungle of Mexico filming. The other one could be running maybe for governor, senator. The other one could be directing film. Yeah.
These people are ready to vote for you.
Right,
Can you
that's
send
great.
one to be here
Let me give you
with
that.
us?
Pardon me?
Can you send one to stay here with us? One of the Arnolds?
With you? I mean, I need 2 for you. I mean, you're too much. Oh, I'm telling you.
You're so bad.
No, I'm bad. How do you like that? You are bad. It takes one to know one, by the way.
She is
Yeah,
bad.
there you are. See?
Oh, it takes 2 to know 2. Don't go away. Don't go away. Take a breath, because Arnold's going to stick around for more. Clean up your act, Arnold.
Yes, I
Jeez.
will.
What are you gonna do? I'm gonna take my life back. What, you're gonna kill him?
Why not? He's not real. Plus, there's no law against it.
You're not serious, are you?
I'm dead serious.
I know who I am.
I know you do. Talia, how many times have you been cloned?
I've lost count.
There's one way to tell. Show him. It's the only way to keep track of what generation a clone is. See? 4 dots mean she's been cloned 4 times.
We're back with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That was a clip from his latest film, The Sixth Day. That is my very favorite scene. And I will tell you, you don't want to miss that scene in particular, because there's some good stuff happening right after that clip there.
That's right, yes.
So now listen, there was one funny thing that I loved, was that Arnold Schwarzenegger was making out in the film, in the beginning, with your co-star, Wendy Crewson. And I thought, what a lucky girl, except she thought you gave her razor burns on her face when you kissed her.
Well, I mean, I probably didn't shave that morning. But, I mean, the thing is that you do those scenes all day long, because for some reason or the other, I kind of didn't do it the right way. So we had to do it, the kissing scene, over and over again. Yeah.
Oh, Wendy!
And,
let me find out. Let me find out.
A little razor burn never hurt anyone.
It was just for research. I have.
That's exactly, so Maria, if in case you see this, it was research.
Yeah. You know, speaking of Maria, Arnold, I read somewhere that you don't like it when Maria wears trousers. How come? You're the only one to wear the pants in the family. What's up with that?
What, to go to sleep with trousers? Excuse me. I mean, this is all too much. No. I love it. But no, I mean, if my wife and I, we always ask each other, what's your favorite? Does this suit look good? And she would say, no, put on a dark suit. And she puts on a dress, and I would say, make some comment. And one time she wore a pantsuit, which was, I think it was 10 years ago. And I said, you know, my preference is to see you in a dress or in a skirt, because I think it looks more feminine.
Yeah.
I said, but, you know, it's up to you what you want to wear.
No.
And I never can tell my wife really
No.
what she wears, because, you know, she knows what she wants, and she always gets what she wants. So that's the way it is. We have the best relationship because in our relationship, I always have the last word.
Richard.
It's as simple as that. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Absolutely.
Love that.
Go ahead, Maria. Wear pants. Wear 5 pair of pants. It doesn't matter. I love you anyway.
There's so much to love about you, but one of the things that I love the most is you're so involved in various charities, like Special Olympics and the Inner City Games Foundation. Why is that so important to you?
Well, I think for several reasons. One is I think that we always have to help one another in a community. I think the strong always have to help the weak people, and the rich have to help the poor people. But I think also in addition to that is that when I came to this country, I was received with open arms, you know, and this is a Thanksgiving kind of a show now. I think we can call it that, right? That we can say that I can say thank you, not only on Thanksgiving to America, but literally every day I have to say thank you to America, because none of the things that happened to me in my career or in my personal life would have happened if I wouldn't have come to America. So to me, this is a way of paying back, you know, to give something back, to work with kids in inner cities that have no hope sometimes, and that they've been told that they will be locked in the barrio, they will never get out of there, they're always losers and all this kind of, to bring them out and let them know, look, I did it, I came from Austria with no money, you can do it too. All you have to do is have to have a vision and a goal, set yourself for it, to train and educate yourself.
You know, from the very first time that you and I met, and we've done now 4 or 5 interviews, it seems to me, over the years, you always had a goal. You were always looking ahead. Now, some people say you're going to go into politics. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Well, it's very hard to say. I mean, it really depends. I could see myself directing movies and not being in an actor in front of the camera anymore. I can also see myself as just a businessman that gets much more involved in business. I can see myself as a politician, and because to me that's, I think, the most noble profession. I think it's the nicest thing. I mean, my father-in-law, Sergeant Schreiber, Maria's father, told me many times that it's the nicest thing you can do, the best thing you can do is to serve your country, to be a civil servant. And it's true, you know, so I think that could be also the future. So I can see any of the things, but regardless of what it really is, one thing I see very clearly, and that is that there always will be, the number one thing for me always will be my family. That's the number one thing.
Right.
My children and my wife.
Now 4 kids.
4 kids, yes, and I love them, you know, and kids need a lot of attention and need a lot of love, and so I know what it takes, you know, the amount of times you have to drive them to school, pick them up, do the homework, go to the soccer fields and all those things. And then when you see the kind of situation that's going on in this country with the lack of parenting sometimes, because both parents are working and all that, and so the kids are floating around and not getting any guidance now. So that's why I always tell people is that the real child abuse is not parenting. That is the worst child abuse there is.
You know, there's absolutely no question that sometimes successful people get things that they don't deserve. You deserve everything that you have because you give so much of it back. Arnold, thank you for coming in.
Absolutely.
We love having you. Big thanks to Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's like our family. His new movie, The Sixth Day, opens nationwide today, and we all saw it, and we loved it. We were lucky. We had a great time. We'll be right back with Dharma and Greg Stark, Jenna Elfman, and Thomas Gibson. Big show. Stay there.